Now to react is Governor Mike Huckabee, former Arkansas governor, Fox News contributor. Okay, so you have some intimate knowledge of what it's like to work day to day with the president because, of course, your daughter has had a very successful stint there as press secretary. So I'm sure that you have a good sense of what it would take in order to do this job well. What are some of the big qualities you think that maybe people aren't talking about?
Well, I think first and foremost is loyalty to the president and the ability to keep a confidence. And I think John Kelly served in that capacity. But a person's got to be able to manage something big, have the background to understand how a large organization works. And quite frankly, the chief of staff has to be, and forgive my language here, they've got to be the SOB in the entire operation. The president should deliver good news. The chief of staff delivers bad news. The president hires people. The chief of staff fires people. The chief of staff is not there to change the president, but it's to make sure that the president's job, his work, his message gets through the staff and through the government in a way that's most effective. So it's not to see if you can ride herd on the president or make him quit tweeting. It's to take all of his strengths and make them work for the benefit of the country.
Seems like the people that have been most successful with him have been military generals and women. What do you think?
I think that's true. He has great respect for women who are strong. He has great respect for people who have accomplished something significant in life, whether it's a four-star general, because a person doesn't get 4 stars on their shoulder by being lazy or being incompetent. He also has great respect for people who've been successful in business. So it could be somebody who embodies several of those qualities and capabilities. I think it could be a governor, Melissa, because governors have managed big things.
Like you?
They understand how to. No, not like me, but maybe like Sonny Perdue, or perhaps maybe there's some other governor out there, Chris Christie. I mean, there's a whole host of people that would be, I think, well qualified to do the job. I got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
I ain't got time.
No, I would say. But, okay, so you threw 2 names out there, Perdue and Christie. Are those the people that you think would be best suited, or do you want to throw some other names out?
Well, I mean, I think that there's a whole host. And ultimately, the most important quality is not what I think or anyone else. It's, does the president have confidence in this person, and does he trust that person? Will he listen to that person? Because the chief of staff has to be the person that goes in and says to the president, Mr. President, with great respect, I think that was wrong, what you just said.
Yeah.
And the president has to be willing to listen, but it's got to be behind closed doors. The chief of staff can never go out and say, boy, let me tell you what I said to the president today.
Yeah.
There's got to be a very unique relationship in that role.
What do you think? Some people have said Matt Whitaker, because, of course, he is serving right now in Jeff Sessions' place, but he's not going to be there for long. He's obviously somebody who has served in that exact job, you know, where he was a chief of staff. So, and obviously the president thought well enough of him in that role to put him in the spot to fill in for his former boss.
Yeah, I don't know Matt Whitaker well enough to know, does his background really lend itself to being chief of staff to this president? Because, again, it's going to be a challenge. Donald Trump does not suffer fools well. He wants to have people around him that he respects. That's going to be a very key role for that person to play.
Yeah, Nikki Haley's free all of a sudden.
I think Nikki Haley could be a terrific chief of staff. She's tough. She's the kind of female that he has great respect for. That might be a great pick.
You said a governor, so that's I mean, it's an interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one. Mark Meadows raising his hand and jumping up and down, but I don't know. Do you think that's a good fit?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure Mark's managerial background. He may be well suited for it. The good thing he does bring is loyalty to the president, and I do think that's very important. But quite frankly, we also need him in Congress. I hate to see somebody give up a position in the Senate or the House where every vote is going to be critical to take on a job unless we know for certain that whoever fills it would be also a Republican.
Governor, I think we covered some good ground. I hope that, you know, we should send this clip off to the White House and then they could watch it and consider some of these ideas.
We'll see what they think.
We'll see what they think. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Melissa.